Decks in card games are pretty easy to classify into good versus evil. Going infinite with Akshan? That's evil. Talia copying a 6-mana landmark? That's good. Omenhawk on turn 1 into a 3/4 Yadulski Snowdog on turn 2? Definitely evil. Blade Dance? A deck so toxic it should come with a warning label. And I'm here to tell you how to play that deck perfectly. Azir Irelia is a deck that was controversial to say the least. When the deck was released, it existed in a world where all powerful decks had just gotten nerfed. So it existed as the only powerful deck in a world of nerf decks. Even its primary counters, mainly being aggro decks, had a hard time being good in that meta. Combine that with the classic "the Shuriman Desert is vast" quote, where Riot argued that the deck didn't need to be nerfed when everyone hated playing against it, and you have all the ingredients for a firestorm of controversy on Reddit and Twitter. But how do you play the deck? Well, before I tell you that, there's one thing I need to do. Okay, so before we start playing, there is another promise that I made when we reached the goal to play this on the subathon, and that was to make the entire deck prismatic. Which just sucks, man. Which is just awful, but I'm just gonna do it. Everything is prismatic. Ew, the actual Blade Dance card is prismatic. So the version that we're playing is the most popular one, and it has a good win rate. One of the higher ones. 700! Oh, and I remember we bought Sentinel Irelia
awesome,
too
man.
last time. And the last one, I hope? The last one. Okay, the entire deck is now shiny. You forgot Xenia. You bastard. You pay channel points to get this one too? Alright, well, the entire Blade Dance collection is now prismatic. Not even the ones that are in the deck, the actual entire Blade Dance roster. The goal of Blade Dance is to play a Sand Soldier generator like Azir or Empress Dais, so every time you start a free attack through Blade Dance, you get even more attackers. On top of that, the deck runs a lot of ways to buff the attack of your small units, like Desert's Wrath and Azir's level 2. A simple way for me to understand the deck was to think of it as playing engines that sit back to buff your one-time attackers. And what might just be the best card in the deck? The Emperor's Army. You activate Act 1 of this story when you're attacking to get 2 attacking Sand Soldiers, then you predict for a card that makes a lot of units on the defending turn, and for Act 3, you spam the board as much as possible while giving everything +2 attack. There's a link to a short I uploaded in the description where you can see the most disgusting turn I have ever had in Runeterra. There are a couple of good cards that get buffed when you summon minions like Sparring Student, Shadow Apprentice, and Greenglade Duo, but they do require some active participation to actually make them worthwhile. For that reason, it's almost never worth it to Blade Dance if you don't have any synergy to activate, because playing a Rivet Dancer with no engines? That's wasting a card entirely. The way the deck wins is by overwhelming your opponent with full boards that are constantly attacking. A non-stop onslaught of multiple attacks every single turn. So after playing thousands of games against Blade Dance and streaming myself playing the deck for almost 4 hours, I've handpicked the most interesting and instructive matches so you can learn the deck too. Enjoy! But not too much because the deck is very toxic and you will lose your soul. This should be a good matchup for us. So, this deck probably has Avalanche, which makes our Greenglade Duo and Sparring Student pretty vulnerable, depending on how they play it. So I think this is still the keep, because I can push a lot of damage first, but we're very reliant on drawing Azir this way. Yeah. Okay, if we draw Azir, we're very good. Because quite often, when you're playing against a deck like this, the first real unit they play is going to be the 5-mana ram card that summons a 2/2. Sometimes they play the 0/3 that rams, which ultimately isn't really something they want to block with most of the time. It's good to block 1/1s though, which also makes this card very good. Okay, so we're gonna play this.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
And then I think we're gonna play these two. Let me think. Do I want to play this and this? Or just go here. I think this might actually be better. This does make us a little vulnerable to Avalanche, but that means they're not ramping, which gives us time to set up the Emperor's Dais. This is a very big attack now. This becomes a 3-3. This becomes a 4-1. Yes, Avalanche clears these two, but we keep our sparring student. Okay, they didn't even go for it. So this is just a very big attack. This is really good for us. We're pushing 1,000,000 damage here. And when they play their first big unit with Defiant Dance it, we'll probably have our Emperor's Dais on the board and we'll just win the game off of it. This is essentially, from my very many games against Blade Dance, how they win. You set up your engines and they go uncontested. Okay, so we just pass here. I don't see this card very often either. It is obviously quite good against us here.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Especially if they now Avalanche, we will actually be in a losing position. If we do this, this goes to 4. Do we win if we do this? Is it game over? 1-1-3, it's 4 damage. Okay, so let me do the math here. If we play this, we'd have a 2-1 and a 1-1. It's 1 damage, 2 damage, plus 1 from next round is 4 damage. This goes to 4. It's 8. Then we attack again. Goes to... Okay, hold on. I think it's lethal. 8 damage. Gets 1 more. 5. We get another Santal. I think it's lethal. I think it's over lethal. Is it exactly lethal from the second Santal? Okay. I thought it was 1 over. Yeah, I thought it was +1. I thought it was 1 over. 4. This goes to 5. Yeah, it's 1 over. Okay. GG. Yeah, this is why this deck is exceptional against these ramp decks. If you're tired of playing against the ramp Elder Dragon decks, this is sadly the answer. And that is also why Defiant Dance is such a disgusting card. I'm gonna be honest, I wish they never printed this card. Defiant Dance, where you recall and you Blade Dance, is probably one of the biggest design mistakes that I have seen in card games ever. And that's saying a lot. Okay, this is the exact same matchup. I really just want my early drops. I don't think Irelia does that much. Azir is much better to have on the board early. Okay, perfect. So we could go 1, 2, 3. I skipped attack by mistake. Wait, what? You were my last opponent?
How'd you do
You skipped attack by mistake? I was attacking you, though.
We delay.
With Akshan? But he was recalled. I passed. Turn 5? Oh, I see. Didn't even notice that.
The Yordle here's with me.
So it's always Desert Wrath first. Get a really big attack. Again. Avalanche bad? You said it was... Oh! That when I said it was a weird pass, right. I thought that was on purpose. I thought that was on purpose. I was like, oh, they know something. Like, maybe they're baiting like something with Challenger or something. Okay. So Avalanche... Stops a lot. Okay. Oh. Can't attack with that guy anymore.
Found you.
Okay, that was I'm surprised they have this. Troll Scavenger actually completely stopped one of my attackers. I don't want to give this up yet because this is one of the more powerful tools. We do again have to Defiant Dance though, which is very good.
Footprints here.
They have 2 of them. Interesting. Okay, our hand, I'm not too happy with it. Not too happy. Also, not too happy with that at all. We are playing against a ramp deck. Why do they have full early game, guys? Hello? What? 2, 2, 3. Huh. Yeah, that's really bad. It's very bad.
Keep running, Kate.
Yeah, I think they could have picked heal. I have to go for this. I don't like it, but I have to. It's not very efficient mana usage. Okay, yeah, they picked heal then. They definitely did pick a landmark move him. Okay. Usually this is like a super free matchup. I don't think it's over at all. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that they... oh, I could attack with this because I got one more. The fact they have so much early game, really rough. To the point where I just think it means we're locked out because we don't have Azir. Azir deals with this very well.
There you are.
So I'm gonna try to win with the third act from this, because I don't have my champions. I should have attacked with the 4-4 though, for sure. Okay, there's the heal. A 30% matchup is still winning. No, I mean, yeah, of course. 30% matchup is still like a 30% win rate, right? Absolutely. Okay, so we have Defiant Dance here. We have to see what they play. Okay, that's fine. Predicts. Gotta be Irelia.
Shurima, your emperor.
How close are we to leveling? 10. So if we use the Defiant Dance, Azir levels. Pass. This kind of feels like they might be sitting on a Buried in Ice.
No mercy for those who desecrate our home.
They will find our lands do not take well to intruders.
Now the Avalanche. Okay. That's like a really bad play though for them. What? Why would they do that? Oh, why would the Avalanche there? They nuked their own board.
Shurima.
Yeah, they absolutely had to chump block and then maybe do that later. And they just lost the game now with that Avalanche. Yeah. I mean, again, this is like a really good matchup, so despite like how many units they had early game, eventually they stop having early game units and then we can like Defiant Dance for the win. But their Avalanche also just cleared their jump blockers that were so good for them early. Okay, I kind of want to see their deck. 2 Avalanche, 2 Blighted Ravine, and Hit That Stairs. Hit That Stairs would have been very good for them. In a matchup like that, I think we need the story. We need the story and Irelia. If you're against a deck that plays a lot of units very often, story plus 1 or 2 Blade Dances in a turn. Oh, this is perfect, actually. Wow. Okay, this is an insane hand. I think this is the best possible curve you can have.
Come on, people. Let's make tomorrow today. Watch your backs.
Okay. So we'll take that. We'll play this. They might Mystic Shot the Sparring Student. Having 2 of them is not bad, actually.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
And punch.
Also, pretty good start for them, all things considered. Just having like 2 units in a deck that mostly runs spells to stall. But I think especially with Defiant Dance and having all but one of our engines, we're in a very good position. Cards we need to watch out for here are simple stuff like Mystic Shot.
Gear up.
Yeah, I don't care about taking.
Keep it up.
So I could play this or Azir. Predict first. We need Blade Dance cards now. Oh. No, we need that actually. Okay, so that means I'm playing Azir.
Your emperor has returned.
How am I doing this next turn?
The spirit
Should I already question already activating the...
Sharima, and BC all have some form of deny. What other region do you think could get a deny in the future?
Yo, Slayer Dragons, I for 300 bits. I think Demacia.
Get to work.
Demacia, but it would be like a very conditional one, I think.
My name echoes through every rock, every canyon. Can you improve perfection?
Yeah, because Demacia does 8 spells, exactly. But it would have to be conditional, because they're already, like... They're not bad at stopping spells. Because they have stuff like Tough, right? Parts like that. I could see Demacia, but not for... I agree, yeah.
Arise!
9 mana, stop the spell and rally. There you go. The most Demacian spell ever printed. Okay. So we want to force them to block with their... They're Eye of the Dragon or Victor, which they could actually block with Victor and it wouldn't die. Okay, interesting. So they get a thing from this. They get a dragon, which we're not entirely happy to see. But again, we're going to be playing for the Act 3 of this. So next turn, we're going to predict. We're going to play Irelia. We're going to pray that Irelia doesn't die. Pretty good draw.
Force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a bit of a beating here. If they kill Azir, we need to play Azir number 2. Spell shield, no!
Analyzing approach.
Prepare yourself.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Was it better to play
I
Irelia?
have risen, and with me, Sharima.
I think it was better to play Irelia because then this one gets attacked from Act 3.
All on the shoulders.
They didn't get a Dragonling, which is huge for us.
Your Emperor commands.
Ready yourself.
At this point, I think Irelia is better than Azir.
Act free of doubt.
If they play 2 spell, this gets barrier. Okay, so that's fine.
Burn.
Hang on, sir. Ugh!
Elusive.
Stand behind me.
I think I
They won't
win
hurt you.
either way
If they
now.
hurt you, I'd never forgive
Even if they
myself.
kill Irelia, I win. Because this is just too powerful.
Genius in action.
As the dragon wills.
It feels bad beating Victor, but it feels good beating Lee Sin. They could deny this. I still win though if they do.
It is time.
Everything wins here.
Your Emperor
Takes some levels.
commands.
Yeah.
We dance to the drums of war, and all our hearts beat as
Ah,
one.
that face! Ugh. Why is that animation so much smoother than every other animation in the game? It's so weird.
Look upon our work. Look what we
So
have
they had a
built.
lot of their early game units. I think that was a game where we're not actually like favored into the way they drew. Okay, Portal Pioneer would have been worst case outcome though. If at any point they drew the Portal Pioneer, they would have blown up our dice and we would be very bad. We had 3 landmarks that game. And this is also just like, this denies like 5 damage sometimes. They had 2 denies, 3 tag outs. Nope. Oh, Nope fight would have also been huge. Finish working on next Fiddlesticks Cultist, this time from Targon. You'll love to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let's do this. Let's keep a Green Glade duo. Oh, is this Monashrima? It's Monashrima. Yeah, I think this is fun. I don't know if this deck runs Ruthless Predator. If they do, they can kill Azir. But we have the attack token on 4, so Reddington plus Ruthless is not something we have to worry about currently. It's out already. All right, let me take a quick look at this then. A former Solari Watcher using now Eclipse Sight and Mind in the name of Fear and its following. It's pretty good. Oh wait, yeah, it's it's not PvE. Sorry, guys. Oops. Looks good. Looks great. I can't do that.
Hang
Oops.
on, Buzzball.
Hey.
Okay. I'm glad we got to play this before the Rock Hopper. We do not want our elusive to be vulnerable.
Let's move.
Fuck. Fiddlesticks confirmed? True. Agreed. These are all the Fiddlesticks followers. Never mind.
Shurima,
Yeah,
your
it's kind of
emperor
expected that they
has
have that.
returned.
Not too happy with our hand though here. Not at all. These are all my 5-cost cards.
Faithless creature.
Hang on, Zern.
Snnuy would buy Fiddle 6-star? Yes, I would. I would buy Fiddle 6-star, absolutely. Easy choice. These cards are just not good, man.
My name will echo through the ages.
We missed
Sedition.
the story, the Dias. We do have Azir, but
Glorious
if I had to guess, I don't think Azir is long for this world. On the bright side, if they play Renekton, we have Defiant Dance, which will actually help a lot. This will also maybe give us an alternate win con.
The boy who plays at being emperor. And the once beloved
gonna have to do this.
soldier. No
I don't know if they
longer
top
fit
deck
to
that.
serve.
I need to get rid of that. This is the card I lose to. If they have Deny, it's kind of fine, because then they spend all their mana, and we have another one for next turn.
It is time.
It is time. Azir is at
You
6.
dare.
I don't want to use this one. Think what I will do. Play this. I'm worried about a Ruthless Predator. Desert Jewel doesn't actually kill me though.
Your emperor commands.
Unfortunately, I don't get to kill this because it's -2, so I was at -1 attack. Okay, on the bright side, we didn't get to have Renekton do exhaust plus that play. That would have been a lot worse. So we'll have to do this.
Give me grace enough to mask my doubts.
We're gonna be very, very sad against the Quicksand.
Faithless creature.
I'm feeling a Quicksand here. Is it just me? I'm smelling the Quicksand. Disgusting.
To me.
Okay. I mean, if you're doing that, I'm just going to attack with my
It is
elusives.
time. Tell the people what you have seen.
What does
today.
Quicksand smells like? It kind of smells like a cheese dip, honestly. Kind of like that soft yellowy liquid, except it's all very tiny rocks. Maybe you could dip nachos in Quicksand. Has anyone ever tried to dip nachos in Quicksand?
How good to serve the
Well, I'm sorry that I drew this way, but you must go. You must eat sand. Okay. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. Blade Dance is the villain. Never forget that.
The order is given.
Yep. Alright. This is not a hard matchup, I don't think. This deck definitely has the potential to play a lot of units.
Look what we have
And I
built.
think, like, the vulnerable plays they made had a chance to screw us over. But at the end of the day, they really need to level Renekton, and that's just not happening against Defiant Dance. When we're done playing this, I am going to watch the Fiddlesticks video. But for now, gotta stay focused, gotta keep my head in the game. Okay, so one thing about Emperor's Army that I think is really interesting to note is that this is always best to play when you are attacking on turn 2. This is like insane when you're attacking on turn 2. So I'm actually, I'm gonna keep a bit of a different hand for the sake of learning. I think if you're not doing limit testing while you're trying to fully understand the deck, you're not playing it right. So let's do a bit of limit testing. This region combo does not have direct access to clear Irelia beyond Avalanche. So what if we keep Irelia plus Shapestone? So if they try to Avalanche and clear our board, we will always have the Irelia, which can keep dancing for us. Okay. Very interesting game this is going to be. Because we have this, and we also have this for next turn, so we're gonna have double story activation. We kind of do mess up the predicts though, but I guess we can overwrite them and know exactly what we're gonna draw for 2 turns in a row. This is gonna be a very interesting game. I'm I'm looking forward to seeing how this one pans out. We could also play Irelia, though, instead of this. What are we thinking? Is it better to play Irelia here? What does Irelia do for us? They will have their thralls pop off with this setup, probably on turn 6. So they have their next attack, they won't have thralls. Then their attack after that, they will. So that means that in our next attack turn is when we should be popping off. So I think it's correct to do this.
All things grow cold.
Activate. Activate. Play. Oh, my board's full. Never mind.
Brilliant.
I could have played this, but I don't think it's worth it. I need to keep this for the Irelia. Okay, so now we're gonna predict like every single turn. Shadow Apprentice is pretty good. This is also really good because we're gonna have these active. I think I'm keeping the Dunekeeper. Dunekeeper is all to set up the Act 3. So this turn, we have to play Irelia.
The cold creeps in.
So predict. This is not what we're going to be drawing next turn. We will not be drawing this next turn. We will be drawing this next turn. This is what we're drawing next turn. I don't want this. None of these cards are good. I need Azir. An elusive. We're drawing this next turn. So this is a blade dance. Becomes a really big blade. 5 attack blade. We already have one though. I think it's green blade duo.
Where they fall, freedom grows.
Okay, I'm setting everything up to have a ginormous turn. Let's see how it goes. Activate. Activate. Play this.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
We don't have the Dais, we don't have Azir, so this will only be 2 blades. But they are 5 ones. Interesting.
Foolish child.
I think we win. They can't actually get this.
Shoulders set, blade sharpened, plant that lead foot.
Now we
Don't
also
worry.
have the Dunekeeper.
I've
Yeah,
danced
this is just
100
GG, right?
times.
See what we see. So
Great. I mean, we set up for this turn the entire game. We even analyzed that on turn 6 they would have their thralls, right? So this was, I think this was perfect planning ahead. Always 2 blade dances ahead.
Invaders leave this place and never return.
Okay, Fraction would have lost it, yeah. The cards I was worried about was setting up all, like, my Dunekeepers, my Green Glade Duo, and then getting hit with an Avalanche. That would have been worst case. Ice Shard was also a thing that could have happened, so let's see if they ran it. 1 Avalanche, 3 Blighted Ravine. Oh, Blighted Ravine plus Time in a Bottle would have been super interesting. That would have also done it. But they do not run Ice Shard or Fracture. I think Fracture's bad, by the way, so that works. Another Blade Dance Mirror. Okay. We are on the defense this time. Very interesting. Okay, this is a good hand. Very good hand. This is an insane hand. Okay. But they had 2 mana. I know. But the thing is, it's also wrong for them to use the 6 mana spell if I'm not already attacking, right? You have to use that on my biggest attack. You can't just use that during my Blade Dance. Yeah, but they probably weren't expecting me to Blade Dance more times, even though I had like the 2 cost.
Ready, willing, and learn.
So we play this. I think my card is more valuable than theirs.
And punch.
Because with this hand, I can easily be the aggressor. Yeah, I want to use this to push more damage. But I'm gonna use this. Okay, perfect. So they will be taking 7 damage. I want this to predict into the 2-cost Blade Dancer, because again, we're setting up for the story. I'm starting to think that this is the best card in the entire deck, and I'm starting to wonder why the hell they printed this. So we want to predict into the 2-cost Blade Dancer, because we're going to play Azir now. And then on turn 4, or next attack token, we're going to be playing this. This is a big attack for them. So we'll predict here. Desert's Wrath. I need to go for the win.
Do not see what is, see what will be.
Okay. I'm taking a beating here. 4.
You dare!
Pass. Okay, let's see. I don't think this will be lethal, but it might be close. So Act 3, here we go. Start here.
How'd you do that? What's today's lesson?
Card. I'm gonna take this as an elusive blocker, I guess.
You are
Okay, this is good for us. They have 3 blockers.
My name echoes through every rock, every canyon.
Sweep the leg.
2 extra soldiers. They're 3. And next turn we have the Blossoming Blade plus 2 soldiers. Azir is at 10, so the blades will be 1/1s. The soldiers will be 2/1s next turn.
Beg.
Okay, this kills them currently as it stands. This means they're dead. Because all they can do next turn is open with a blocker, right?
Oh, you're in for it. Next time.
So we open with this. Azir needs 2 to level. Actually, I think, does this count? It might be a 1/1 blade, a 2/1 blade, a 2/1 soldier, a 2/1 soldier. I think that's what it might be, actually. I don't know if this counts first for the Azir level up. It's 4 units. They're gonna play 1.
Steady your heart. Find your beat.
Don't waste my time.
And there's no downside in not blocking here because they have no mana. I could honestly even block with this if I wanted. No, I need to block this. Do you think this counts first? I don't know the ordering. That's why we're learning, right? So this is +1, and then the soldier?
There's no time for fear.
Shurima is
And then the
sand
blades,
and sky, past and present. The order is given.
No, this got it. Damn. So it counts the blades and then this. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I thought maybe this counts for the Azir level up, then a blade, and then this one gets the effect. It's still exact lethal, no matter what, but if they had 3 HP, it wasn't lethal, which is awkward. I don't think it matters that much, because Domination would always have to block a 2/1. So Domination was always dead. And then we would be able to block their 5/4 with our card, and we'd be able to attack with the elusive for lethal next turn anyway. Okay. Okay, this is another deck that summons a lot of units. So let's see how this goes. They might have a ping, but I'm still keeping this. Not the worst hand, not the best hand. Why did you join Darkside? Because of the subathon I did a while ago.
Just like we practiced.
Oh, this was wrong. I should have played this. The reason I played this because in my head, they could use a Pythos or something to kill this. But if I played this, I can attack.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Azir made this hand very good.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
We don't have the story though. So we'll have to find another way.
My name will echo through the ages.
This is a fantastic Azir skin, by the way. God, will never get old. Every single level is fantastic.
Cup of tea? Fine by me.
Is there a elusive blocker? I will have to trade into the Nora.
Off we go.
Where are you going?
I really hope they turn that skin into a legendary skin in League one day. Yeah, actually, if they do an event like with Renekton, Nasus, Azir, Zera, it would go really hard. Okay, so we play this, and we keep mana open for the shaped stone. Yeah, they very likely have something
Let us take a peek at
that can
Together,
ping off
we
my
are part
elusive
of
here.
something more. Together, you are children of Shurima.
So you become a 5/5.
We delay.
Let's attack
It
like
is
this.
time.
How good is this shape stone here?
Persistence is
It doesn't
key.
really feel that good. Generated by Conch. That is top tier for them. I really love that. Classic Conch, yeah, exactly.
Oh dear!
In
Play a
Shurima's
blocker,
name.
deal with one of my attackers, and draw a card. It's good value. Another one. It's not a good hand. It's not a hand that really deals with what they're trying to do very well. They're not playing their champions. That's a good card.
No mercy for those who desecrate our home.
They will find our lands do not take well to intruders.
They could have the stun card. Okay, that's they have two portals now. The Recall Azir. Conch? Conch. Of course it's Conch. Oh man. Alright, so we have to play Azir again here, but we miss like one Sand Soldier.
Shurima's legacy will endure.
We are
I have risen, and with me, Shurima.
We can't attack with Irelia, right?
Always forward.
It's one off. Wow, if they didn't recall Azir, Irelia would have leveled there. That's crazy. Because Azir would have summoned one extra Sand Soldier, and we'd be leveled right now. I gotta do it like this. I'm even attacking with this because everything has one health except this.
Commands.
You don't have space? I would just not attack with the 1-2, and I would be attack with Irelia instead. It's about last turn. When I Blade Dance, they recalled Azir, and because they recalled Azir, I missed on one soldier. And that one soldier was enough to level up Irelia. I would just keep the 1-2 back.
Research!
Okay, all things considered, could be a lot worse. Oh, that's a card. Alright, so we'll probably have to, we're gonna use these two, I think. So attack with 6 units? Yeah, so that means Irelia would level. Like the 13 out of 14 is the one Sand Soldier that got denied.
Await below.
Like, I didn't want to attack with Irelia because he's not leveled, and they would block with a 3-4, and I'd have nothing to do about it. Okay, that's totally fine. Unless they draw the portal here, that's kind of bad. Okay.
It is time. Arise. It is time.
So I can't use this.
remember our ancestors and fight for those who came before us.
They have to take this. If they don't take it, I swap
Stand
Irelia.
with me.
Stand down.
Is there a reason for me not to play this? I don't see it.
Arise!
That's all their portals, right? I'm trying to think what they could possibly have that screws me. There's no, like, board clear. They have 8 mana. Most board clears that this could have are 9, I think, if they generated one somehow, which I don't even think they could have. So what did we learn from this? If we want to beat board-centric decks, we need Sparring Student. I think that's what we learned. Against board-centric decks, you mulligan for Sparring Student.
The order is given. Your Emperor commands.
What a disgusting deck, man. Good God.
You ain't no VIP.
I think I'm just, I'm not even gonna swap in.
End to war.
I think I'm just gonna sit on Blade Surge just so we can win with shenanigans.
Mother Moon.
Shoulders set, blades sharpened. Plant that lead foot.
Don't worry, I've danced this 100 times.
They need a big life steal. I don't even think that works because we have Irelia. Just swap into it. I'm worried to swap it in. I could try anyway. Oh, does he die here? I don't think it matters because I get rid of a blocker, right? I can also swap her like here now. She dies here, right? Which is fine. Because I get rid of a blocker. Oh, I think I could have swapped Irelia here and then swap with Azir too.
Hurry, they await.
I think
our
this is
signal.
fine. I don't care if Irelia dies. I want to see what they do first. Yeah, like now I get rid of their blocker and my board is still way bigger. I have 2 elusives. I think I should have gone for lethal though with the Azir swap. I think that would have been better. That's me misplaying that. Yeah, we win anyway, but I should have tried to go for it. Because what you can do is if you have 2 swaps, you can swap Irelia there and then swap Irelia with Azir on the bench. And they had 8 HP and Azir had 9 attack. I think that was my best play there. Which is good that we can reflect on that, right? 3 Minimorphs, 1 Cosmic Binding. That was basically the only thing. They even had like multiple Pokesticks and way to deal with our units through Conch. Tito Caitlyn. You were not joking when you say we'll probably Irelia? Nope, I was not joking at all. Unfortunately, I was not.
Hut, 2, 3, 4. Can't spoil the surprise?
Alright.
Just trying to help.
So we're probably gonna play both landmarks. It's not a really good card.
Nothing like the great outdoors. They'll never know what hit them. Did you hold this?
Ugh. Bad draws.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
I'll have what he's having.
Do I care about this card? Yeah, this is bad because I can't really use the 3rd act with this hand. Okay, I kinda can now.
Armed and ready. Fight doesn't mean everything.
Hang on.
The new Teemo looked fantastic. He looks so insanely good. It's really nice to see. Oh, does this draw me... This draws me by Azir first, right? Azir's fleeting? Oh yeah. Look at that. Mushrooms has to be a pretty decent matchup. I think so.
My name will echo through the
I don't really know how good at all. But this is 6 attackers.
Speed ahead.
I gotta put pressure with Azir here.
Tell the people what you have seen today.
Tell the people.
They grow up so fast.
That checks out.
Vandal scouts are never afraid.
This is Teemo number 2. Block here, I guess. Still dead.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler.
No, your Teemo's dead, dude. Keep trying. What? You're alive.
Glory sacrifice.
They were alive, though. Did they just not want to give up the Teemo?
They cheer our name. Our legacy is eternal.
Alive at 4, no Teemos? I don't think you can... Like, this deck would not work if you rely on the Teemo win con. I think their misplay was probably... Like, they had to Sky Split or the Teemo, right? If they wanted to keep him alive. Like, you could give up your 4-4 or whatever. You probably give up the Peddler. Yeah, maybe the hand was bad. The reason this is a good matchup, I think, is because Harsh Winds is way too expensive for them. Harsh Winds is good for his mid-range matchups because you don't mind spending 5 to freeze like a 4 or 5 drop, right? You kind of go up in mana, stopping their attack. But that doesn't work against Blade Dance. They switched deck. They went for the Make It Rain deck to queue into us instead. Dude. Level 3 Varus is so fun. The one-shot machine? Yeah.
Let's get him, crew.
I don't know, maybe they just went into straight aggro. I think they were pissed that they lost, so they sniped us with an aggro deck.
Orders. Bullet to the
I think that's probably what happened, actually. Who can go faster? Probably them. Yeah, it's the same opponent. Yeah, they swapped it to aggro, which kind of counters Blade then, so we'll see. They are faster? Yeah, I think so too. This is not a great play for them though, so that's a really good draw.
ready. I've got us covered.
Men die, but Sharima lives forever.
Sharing, not stealing.
Oh my god, it's just nap. LOR never die with the raid. Wait, you stream? Let me hit you up with a follow. Oh my god, that's like the best steal they could have possibly have. Are you serious? Okay, well I just lose then, I guess. What? Bro.
When rhythm takes hold, there is no time for fear.
I have so many like bad cards that they could steal, and they steal like the best ones.
Add this to your bill.
Oh, you're in for it.
This is like such a good steal for 0 mana too. It's insane.
In Sharima's name.
Do you have a way to kill this? Otherwise you're dead. Okay, you're not dead.
Breathe.
Is it 1 off? They're at 1 HP now. That's crazy. They stole my Defiant Dance too. Am I dead?
Finger on the trigger. Ha!
Turn aside.
That's insane, man.
Left foot, left foot.
Steady your heart. Find your beat.
What are these games? What? These are not normal decks. What am I supposed to say about this? They had insane nap though. Their steals were incredible. Where's the analysis? I can't have all because I don't... Yeah, it is. Look at this. They have the Razor Maid, they have Decimate, they have Double Up, and they play for like the non-aggro game plan. Why would they go for Black Market and Pilfered Goods? Just kill me. Just straight murder me. It's aggro though. This deck counters us like hardcore. They just picked the wrong way to win. Final boss is Blade Dance versus Blade Dance. Okay, I kind of like this matchup though because I feel like there's a lot to learn here. Okay, so we have found that Irelia was pretty good into this. Okay, we have Irelia, a Sparring Student, which are the two best cards, but they do not win the game by themselves.
Just like we practiced.
Funnily enough, I think this hand, these two, are better when you're defending, when you have attack token on 2. Because then you're attacking on 4, and you will always have enough mana for Irelia's dance. Because now if we play the 2-drop, we won't actually have enough for Irelia. Am I just not playing Irelia on 3? I think I'm not playing Irelia on 3.
The land obey.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And the next one I'm playing these two. Unless I draw Azir. Azir is an insane draw. So they get a 2-2. Terrible draw. Play this first to get buffed by the ephemeral. Okay. Yeah, we're just kind of swarming here with non-blade dance or sand soldiers, essentially. I streamed a couple of times. I thought about getting back into it, but I don't know what I'd play. I just want to enjoy Path to Champion, but people probably wouldn't want to watch that. I don't know if that's true.
See what we see. So
I'd watch Path to Champion. Okay, so they have their Irelia, but no real engines for Irelia. They're running Key Guardian. Okay. Well, I got nothing. I don't know what to say. This is a lot of damage. And they have no good blockers.
Keep your distance.
Except that one. Makes sense. What's like so crazy about this card every time is that it takes damage when it's buffed and then it always just reverts to a 1-1. So it's essentially like it's getting healed in a way. Like the blocks do nothing. That's a good card. Okay,
I dance not to forget, but to remember.
Yeah, they should have blocked the 1-1 with the 2-2 and then this on the other one. I have no reason not to just take a little less damage here, right?
Focus.
It's not like they can do 1. Actually, I'll take this so I can block their next Sand Soldier with this. It's like 1 less damage. I'm actually thinking about giving this up.
A line around me.
Should always give this up then.
Spears ready.
Oh, you're in for it.
I think
Keep your distance.
I think I'm doing this. Okay, this is a misplay. I should have blocked the 1-1, but I just had a change of mind. Because I think I'm gonna play to win next turn with the Emperor's army, which requires me to give up my my Sparring Student to make room. Otherwise, I don't have board space. And I think the Sand Soldiers are better than the Sparring Student.
My heart races. What if I falter? If you fall, I will always catch you.
What are we at? 5 out of 14. So what if I used a recall here? Is that better? No. What sucks is that I can't buff these, actually. Or the 1-1 rather. Maybe it was better to give up this then? The Shadow Apprentice? We block with the Shadow Apprentice?
Breathe.
Yeah, that would have been better, I guess. Blocking with the Shadow Apprentice meant that the Sparring Suit would be, like, actually growing, and we don't have... Except these two, I guess. 3 damage.
Fight for the first lands!
I think we're not blocked at all. No, I would. I wanted to make board space for this, because this is just, like... This is all the pressure we need. And I'm not dying because I have Defiant Dance.
Dissident.
I only block for space. I'm just wondering... Was it better to give up this or the Sparring Student? And this is like, this pushes more damage because elusive.
I have risen and weakened.
Is this lethal?
Sharima. Shurima's legacy will endure.
I think without Azir on board, no ephemerals, the student is board. I agree, but you have to look at the scenario too, because they don't have an elusive blocker, which they could easily play. They're running a slightly strange version. The reason I value this is because I had a better board. I was winning. So this just always means like 2 extra damage, 3 extra damage. Whereas the student only helps keeping their board low, which I don't really value if I'm already winning. Wow, we actually played the Vanguard's Edge. It happened. Barrier is here. Oh my god.
Remember our ancestors and fight for
this
those
animation
who
feels so
came
much
before us.
smoother than all the other level of animation. I don't know why. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little too smooth. Irelia Cart won the game. On the last game to Diamond. Can you believe it? I think we went from Plat 4 to Diamond with this deck.
Our ancestors are safe once more.
There it is. All right. In one session, we made it to Diamond. All right, let's actually look at the win rate. There was definitely a learning curve there, but yeah, this deck is just kind of nuts. So, okay, let's see. We played over 20 games. We started by losing a couple of games as we were learning. Mostly losses against like aggro, Amir, aggro, dragons, Karma set. 69% win rate. Very nice. Honestly, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Considering we only just started. Nice. All right, pretty good. 26 games. That definitely gives me a feel for it. This is a stain on my match history, but at least we did it, guys.
Thinking outside the box, Zillion Victor, time bomb printer, 1, 2, meta shift.